Alright, hello folks, welcome back.
Hi.
My associate here did some stat grinding off camera, but then got boxed in by plot again. So
we've had 1 day more of training than when you saw us last.
Have a look at our beautiful stats. Climbing, coming along nicely. Magic is crawling up. Communications is edging upwards as well. The ones we really need to work on now are the fighting stats, magic, and communications. Unfortunately, agility, luck, and intelligence are hard to grind as a paladin. Intelligence and luck are always a little bit tricky, unless you're a magic user, when intelligence is not too bad.
I mean, we are okay on intelligence, actually.
Yeah, and
grinding the magic should help with it.
Vitality just goes up as we get hurt more and more. So, we're about to go to sleep here, after a long day of grinding.
Just going to bed normally.
Yep. Nothing will happen, I'm sure. What do you mean? Alright, we're just gonna sleep until morning here. What
you awakened to find the Domovoi in your room.
Well, hello, Domovoi.
Other needs help. Help Funny Man be funny, you should. Talk to Funny Man. Talk to Lisi. Maybe even talk to Ogress, too. That hero business. That's your job, okay?
Hello, Domovoi. I was actually, trying to sleep here. Let's see.
It's not even midnight.
Nope, everyone's still up. Okay.
That didn't do it. You unlock the...
Well, thanks for that. I guess we'll go back to sleep. So basically, the Domovoi wants us to help Funny
You awaken as the sun begins to
And now there's a note.
Now there's a note. Well, I don't suppose the Domovoi left that.
That would be
The
something.
note reads, "Please meet me tonight outside the town gates. I will be waiting." It's signed, Your Friend Katrina.
Yeah, I'm sure. Sounds like fun. Let's go have a spot of breakfast.
What are you supposed to be?
You eat your plain but nourishing breakfast. It
We
has
don't
more
know.
than a bit of garlic added for spice.
I like to imagine that's just a bowl of porridge with garlic in it.
You get a smile. You get a...
Oops.
One thing you can say about Mordavia is that it is never dull. Be careful out there.
Good morning to you too.
Good to see you.
Let's see, I don't think he has anything new to say to us.
No, I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
Nope.
Take care.
Now, I don't remember where we were running messages back and forth between the shopkeeper.
We talked to her. I think
we just
hadn't
talked to her. So I think maybe the first thing we will do is go cast some spells and then maybe nip by the castle.
Just nip by the castle.
Oh, whoops, I actually forgot to do something. Very important.
Very important.
Specifically, it's the poison cures that are very important. Especially as a paladin where I can trade stamina for health.
It is good to see you again, my young friend.
Hi, Doc.
You say hello.
Well, here.
Alright.
You say...
Should you ever visit Silmaria,
Thanks. Well, I don't know how I'm ever going to get out of this valley, so I guess that's kind of a moot point.
Yeah. Looks like we're just gonna be living in Mordavia.
Forever now. Okay, so since we're out here, let's cast some spells.
You
You're freezing that poor patch of ground very properly.
You don't.
Okay, do I have to cast any of my spells?
You don't.
Sorry.
You don't.
Well, fine. Let's go for a little walk then.
Hello again.
I'm a brave man to wander in Mordavia. Well, hello, gatekeeper.
Good day and welcome back.
Thank you.
Tell him that Olga thinks he was too lazy.
Lazy? What was there to do in a shop with no customers? Once the swamp cut off trade here, we had nothing to sell. I had nothing to do there, so just because I would sit at the inn and talk with the other men, she thought I was lazy. All she ever did was sit around and give me orders when I was in the shop. What was the point of dusting if no one came in the shop to notice the dust?
Can't really help you there.
Farewell. Goodbye, and good travels.
So I remember the first time I saw this game played, which would have been in, like, I don't know, 96 maybe?
I wonder if we can go have a word with the jester.
That was kind of what the Domovoi was hinting at us. Due to
yes, I had to go burn
the
some
due
magic
north
first.
thing being kind of vague to us, I
One
guess.
thing you can say.
Your order has evaded.
Oh no, my
Mum
arm's
wound up
broken.
going to the castle before the town. And Boris is a lot creepier if he's the first person you meet.
Alright. Let's go say hi to our friend here. Ow!
A voice from behind the door says, "Oops, sorry. Seems I forgot about my burglar alarm. Hope it wasn't too shocking for you."
Hello, how are you? Come in and have a sit, why don't you?
As you sit down, a rude noise comes from the chair seat.
Gets you every time. A million laughs. How are you? Good to see you. Nice see you to drop in. Speaking of dropping in, did you hear the one about the bad waiter? Seems like he was always dropping in. Dropping in. Get it? Didn't think so. No one got a sense of humor anymore. Not even me.
It doesn't...
Hey, welcome into the inn. Pleased to meet you. Sit down, have a seat. Oh, we did that already, didn't we?
You tell about some of your adventures.
What was that you were saying about saving Spielberg?
You tell about your adventures in Spielberg.
So you're the guy that made me lose my sense of humor. Listen, if you hadn't made Baba Yaga mad, I never would have told the joke that made her take my humor away.
Really? Here I was, just trying to save a whole valley.
I ain't got no sense of humor. I can't get no sense of humor. And I try, don't know why, gotta fly, say goodbye! What's the matter, you a music critic? So I can't tell a joke, sue me. I'm comedically challenged. A phoebe of a fool, a dweeb dunce. As a matter of fact, I've been cursed. I'm vexed with a hex, so to speak.
Tell me more about this curse.
Pathetic, ain't it? I can't tell a joke if it kicked me in the teeth. Ever since I got Baba Yaga mad at me, I got the bad joke blues.
Baba Yaga,
She
you
has
say?
no sense of humor whatsoever. Let me tell you, I was just telling a joke about how some hero got Baba Baby hopping mad and fit to be towed. How was I to know she was in the audience at the time? Anyhow, Baba Yaga stands up, says some bad poetry, and the next thing I know is my jokes are jumbled and my puns are pathetic. So here I am in Nowhere Land trying to locate Baba Yaga so as I can get the curse removed and my humor returned.
That sounds like a great plan.
Putin ask me again, I'll tell you my name. Seriously, folks, the name is Bones. Punny Bones. I'm just a jester. Professionally speaking, of course.
Really? Tell me about jesters.
Hey, I'm a professional fool, so don't try this at home, kid. Unfortunately, more people laugh at me than at my jokes lately. It's hard to be hilarious when your sense of humor is defunct. Punny, you should ask about that. Making jokes is in my bones, make no bones about it. But my puns have been sort of boneheaded lately.
So, tell me about Mordavia.
This place is really dead, you know? I've had a livelier audience in a graveyard. What do they know about humor? They think a guy falling into a mud puddle is a major joke, like lots of yucks, huh? Now, a man being tripped into a mud puddle, that's comedy.
Right. Tell me about rumors.
What do I hear? Let me see. Well, the talk of the town is you. No one knows how you got here or what are you doing, and they're still all a bit leery of strangers. You should see some of the looks they give me. You'd think they never saw a gnome before. Or you, for that matter.
Okay. So basically, we need to find a way to get the gnome's sense of humor back, which Baba Yaga took away. Now.
Nice to see a friendly face around here. Catch you later, Dud.
We happen to know a few things about
So
Baba
I
Yaga.
ask you, what do you call a dinosaur crashing into a wall? Late for supper, of course. See you later, crocodile.
Oh man. It's just very sad.
I understand that Punny
What's the
Bones.
speed?
Yeah, that's weird.
Ooh, we're suddenly zipping everywhere at warp speed.
It somehow got turned to maximum.
Okay, I like it to be fast, but not maybe that fast.
I understand that Punny Bones was sufficiently unpopular that there were rumors going around about him showing up in the 5th game, and people were, like, petitioning to have it stopped.
Okay, so we're gonna sort of wander around the forest for a little bit. For no particular reason.
Hello.
I think we've done everything we need to do with Lishi. Let's just double check.
Goodbye.
1 and 2 and 3 make 6. Who hides her hut behind trick sticks? Magic message. Pushes here. In the rhyme with disappear.
Gosh, who could that be? Sounds like Baba Yaga.
Would that be Baba Yaga in her chicken leg hut you try?
Baba Baby, that's the one. An ogress who is loads of fun.
I'm not sure about the last part.
Guessing answers without knowing? Check your guesses first by going.
Yeah, everyone wants me to go see Baba Yaga.
Well, I mean, you could go see Baba Yaga.
Could. I suppose. Ooh, sounds like a fight. Yes!
There's a Bonnie.
Okay, now.
Other mouse button.
Back that bunny up into the corner. Now we're just gonna practice our dodge a little bit.
Should we tell jokes?
Did you hear the one about the hero who dodged the bunny all day?
No!
Yeah, me neither. It's not a joke, I think.
I don't know, there's some humor to it.
I got some pretty good dance moves there. Especially with my flaming sword, it looks very impressive.
Definitely better than you danced when you were visiting the werewolves and shapeshifters.
You mean the slowly spinning around?
It is kind of impressive being able to spin neatly without moving your feet.
At right angles only?
Yep. I mean, if I could do that...
Yeah, I practice a lot, you
I'd
know?
be pretty pleased with myself. So, at this point in the series, and I know that in terms of recording things, we skipped over
The third game?
the third game altogether, but how would you rate stat grinding in your different games? Because I've been thinking about this, and I'm not actually sure what I think of the answers.
So most stats are easy to grind in the 5th game. Luck is always hard.
Luck is always.
I think the 3rd game was very hard to grind a lot of stats. Like, you couldn't grind your fighting stats very well in that one.
Actually, there is a way.
But the fighting interface is really hard to use.
Yes. But one of the things that I learned in the 3rd game, so in the 3rd game, the best way to grind fighting stats is to spam hitting the button and then very quickly moving away, so you don't actually connect. The trouble is, if you hold it down, it just wears your stamina out and then you die.
Yes, and never actually hit the thing.
So it's, yeah, it's a funky interface in that case. It's not like, you know, in the first game you can just hold down the key.
Yeah, the first game
That's what you're doing here.
had pretty good stat grinding. The second game?
The second game, the big thing is it's all timed.
Yeah. But I feel like most of the stats you can grind pretty effectively in the second game, except that it's hard to grind ones where you need lots of potions because it's hard to afford them, especially if you are a magic user.
Magic users always have a tough time.
This one actually, if you're a full-fledged magic user, because you get your mana potions for free. You only get one a day, but that makes it a little easier. In this particular case, because I don't have fetch, I can't get any mana boosters. And that makes it really annoying to grind magic.
Yeah.
One of the annoying things about this game is that there's no stamina boosters. Which makes it really fortunate that this game isn't completely timed. Because if it were, you would run out of time trying to grind your stats.
Yep.
I don't know, I feel like most of them are easiest to grind in the 5th game, but that's not necessarily a great thing. And your fighting stats, I think, are a little harder to grind in that one because of the way the fighting interface works.
Yeah, it's annoying, but on the other hand, only defense you actually need to grind with an opponent.
Right.
I think there's... So in the first game, if you're a fighter, you can grind, or if you have a parry, you can grind your fighting stats by paying money every day, which is tedious, but not terrible.
Right.
The second game, you can grind your fighting stats with the Kura.
I
The
like
fifth
when
game,
you
you
were
just punch the air.
when you were grinding defense with her and she says that her shield will arm is sore at the end of the day.
Now, I recently played, because when I was covering this character, I decided to play the VGA remake of the second game, which is a fan remake. It's not from the same time period, but it is very well done. But it is much harder to grind in, because they made combat a lot more complicated.
Forgetting the parry key in this, I guess.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I can try to it up because we have time.
I don't know if I can actually build up parry by parrying it funny, though, because it doesn't have a weapon. That's another thing about this game. Parry is basically useless. The one fighter-specific skill. And then, of course, in the next game, they got rid of it altogether and rolled both parry and dodge into defense. Which is arguably better, but again means that fighters don't have any unique stats. Magic users and thieves both do. Which makes fighters even more the, like, complete basic default than they were already.
This is... I just found a Quest for Glory web ring.
Okay, but does it tell you what the parry button is for the float game? I could just start pressing buttons on the keyboard.
Parry doesn't go up, just hold the button. Hit both arrows on the keyboard, right and left click on yourself in combat with your focal point. I guess it's on yourself. There we go.
What? No.
On yourself, not behind you.
Oh yeah. Now we get some real groovy dance moves going.
I feel like it needs a better soundtrack, but... But the soundtrack for... I mean, there's nothing bad about the Quest for Glory 4 soundtrack.
Now, this has got to be hard on my ankles. Just look at the change in ankle there.
I'll say.
Don't worry, BRs, we're not going to do this too much longer.
But don't try this at home, kids.
Next, we're going to go look for Baba Baby, who's lots of fun. I like how all this parrying just completely built my stamina back up.
Yep. Nothing more restful than parrying a
Dodging
rabbit.
isn't restful.
Of course not. Dodging's
That
hard
takes a
work.
lot of energy.
There's nothing quite as restful as parrying something that isn't attacking you.
No, that doesn't look very restful to me.
It's totally restful.
It's really the change in the front leg versus the back leg that makes me think it must be really hard on your joints.
Yeah, it definitely looks uncomfortable.
I think you can hold the parry as long as you want to. I feel like we have to be telling Shaggy Dog stories or something in this training interval. I know a few of those.
Recite palindromes. Fun facts.
Ah, I do that at work.
Exactly. Nothing. From this angle, you can't actually hit the bunny unless it
I think
moves.
I can't either, but I think I can build my offensive stats.
Gotta love the sight of that flaming sword sailing harmlessly over the
Bunny's
evil
ears.
rabbit's head. Well done, hero.
I think I have to back up if I want to actually hit it.
Yeah, I think you do.
I parry for a while to bring my stamina back up.
The fun thing about this is it takes no time in game, so you can actually max your stats by just doing
Yes,
this
if you
kind of
are
boring
willing
thing
to endure it.
for however long you have to do it for. What I always do is I always end up getting frustrated, exiting the combat, finding out how much
that
I've
gained
gained,
like 3 points.
and going, I'll do this later.
Fighting stats are always a little bit annoying to grind.
Yeah, but this game is not as fun as some of the others to grind them.
I feel like the defensive stats in particular are annoying to grind.
Yep. And then there's the amusing bit where, while dodge does make itself useful at times, honestly speaking, the amount of times that I have used parry.
Once I assume why they got rid of it in the 5th game.
You can still parry.
Well, yes, but it's now rolled into the defense stat.
Yeah. But there's a certain amount of, when it comes down to it, most battles are won by just attacking very fast a lot.
So this whole thing is reminding me of the story of the 3 kingdoms with the knights and the squires.
Gosh, what story would that be?
Well, you see, once upon a time, Keats of Ender, there were these 3 kingdoms. And they were having a conflict over this land in the middle. And you see, eventually, their conflict got so extreme that they all sent out their armies, so to speak. They were very, very small kingdoms. I feel like I need to say that at this point in the story. So the first kingdom sends out its army, which is, I think it's 20 knights and 30 squires.
A big army.
And the second kingdom sends out their full army. They're a smaller kingdom, so they have only 15 knights and 20 squires. The third kingdom has only a single knight and a single squire. And the night before the battle, the 3 armies, such as they are preparing for combat. In the first kingdom, they are spending their time, sharpening their weapons and polishing up their armor, making sure that their equipment is in perfect condition so that they will be all ready for the big battle the next day. In the second kingdom, they spend the night before, practicing their hand-to-hand combat and working out and making sure that they are in mint condition and not at all sore for the next day. And the third kingdom, one with only one squire, the squire brings up a little rope noose and hangs a pot from it and suspends the pot over their fire and cooks a nice nourishing meal, and then they go to sleep. So the next morning, the knights, being a bunch of brave soldiery types, decide that they're all gonna hang back and send the squires out first. And so the squires all go out into the disputed territory and they have a big battle. And it is an absolute bloodbath, and at the end, only the squire from the third kingdom is left standing. And this goes to show that the squire of the high pot and noose is equal to the sum of the squires on the other 2 sides.
So it is.
No, actually, nothing about this game reminded me of that. But it is a good Shaggy Dog story.
It is a good Shaggy Dog story.
Alright, last round of dancing, and then I'll actually fill this thing. We'll run like that.
Dance, hero, dance! You think about it, in a sense, we are putting our characters through some really cruel training regimes.
Yeah, but he's getting energy from this one.
So he is.
So I guess he doesn't mind the exercise.
He's getting pumped.
Because at the end of it, he will be as refreshed as if he's just had a full night's sleep.
Well, except for magic. Gosh, what a long, fierce battle.
Okay. Let's go ahead and save the game. I never want to do that again. Not that I get a choice, exactly.
Hey, you leave it to the end of the session. I could do it again.
And let's have a look at how much my stats went up.
You maxed parry.
I maxed parry! Woo! Dodge still has a little 40 points to go.
But dodge went up by more than half the 8 points you need to do.
Weapon use is a work in progress. That was actually really good for my vitality.
And agility.
And my agility. I assume that was all the parrying and dodging. My luck. Yeah, I was very lucky. Magic was unrelated. That was from the grinding I did earlier.
And intelligence was probably also from the grinding you did earlier. But even so, I'd call that a pretty good battle.
Yeah,
also, you're more honorable.
That was 100 points in parry. So apparently you can grind parry against a rabbit, but has no weapons.
Good to know.
Man. Okay. I don't remember where I am or where I'm going.
I think you're going the other direction, actually.
Yep, I think I am.
And then south.
Man, those vultures are fast around here.
Huh, it's a dead end. Gee whiz.
These bushes look as though someone planted them here deliberately. You provide the area foliage with a long-winded introduction and description of your past exploits.
It's always good to be polite.
You'd almost swear you heard the trees yawn. But it must just be the wind in the bushes.
Hey, my past is not that boring. Come on.
You probably didn't highlight the dryad properly.
As you repeat the magic phrase you learned from the Lishi, the bushes on the west spring apart as if by magic. Oh, that's right. It is magic.
Sweet. Okay. Let's go this way.
Every sense tingles with the feeling of danger. The eye sockets of the skulls glow with deadly energy. Even the hut looks hungry.
Go back or face thy doom. Hey, wait a second. Don't I know you from somewhere? Yeah, you're the guy that turned Baba Yaga into a frog.
Everyone keep reminding me of that.
So what are you doing here? Trying out for the part of soup du jour or auditioning for the main course?
Good to see you too.
Yeah. Good to see me again, I know. So what do you want?
You're very polite.
Don't remind me. I thought I was gonna be left behind when the hut flew the coop, but Baba Yaga picked me up later. You sure made her mad.
Really? I wonder why that would have been. For some reason the dialogue here doesn't work properly and it goes super fast.
He wants something useful to tell the Fry guys to not...
Put it this way. A wristwatch ain't much use without a wrist. And a pair of dancing shoes don't do much when you got no legs. You know what I mean? Bring me something to keep the sun out of my eyes, maybe.
You only have one eye, but okay.
To not fry you, so that you can see Baba Yaga.
Ask about the Fry guys. Basically says those are the skulls behind him and they will fry anyone who goes up the path.
And they do what he says.
Yes. It was Big B.
Big B is Baba Yaga.
Is Baba Yaga. Again, I don't know why the dialogue doesn't work here properly.
Yeah,
it goes
the
by
dialogue
super
is like
fast.
all glitched here.
Okay.
That was telling him about the gnome, right?
Yeah.
She's back to her old self, if you knows what I mean. Other than a craving occasionally for flies and a distaste for frog legs, she's the same as ever.
That's good.
Call me Bonehead. I'm just hanging around like always. Danger? Around here? Nah, must be your paranoia acting up again. This place is as cozy and safe as a coffin.
Well, that's pretty safe by Moldavian standards.
You can see for yourself that the hut's okay. Took it a bit to settle down from the last flight, though. You mean the hut of brown now sit down sort of thing the last time you was by? Well, that don't work anymore. Just go up to the hut and it'll squat and let you in, if it wants you in. My eye? Not bad at all. I has to admit, you gave me a real gem.
Call back to the first game where we literally gave him a gem. Now. We actually do have something for him. That might help.
Keep the sun out of his eyes. It's right there next to the food symbol.
I just want to see if we also have... We have the bones, but I think we don't have the goo or the berries.
Yeah, that is correct.
That's okay. I will have time to go get those.
Not bad. Not bad at all. I can tell by the reflections in your eyes that it gives me character. Makes me look mysterious and handsome.
Yeah,
Hey,
absolutely.
alright you guys. This guy is okay by me. You can let him through.
Thanks. Yeah, let's save just in case I screw something up in this next section. So glad this isn't one of the paths you can fall off of.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
It doesn't like you very much, I guess. Probably blames you for having to fly all the way from Spielberg. Maybe you could find something to win the bird-brained hut over and calm it down.
Now, what might a bird-brained hut like? Is anything with our birds? It'll like corn. Man, that's a lot of corn that I was carrying in my backpack.
Your backpack is big.
Oops.
You have a sense of doom hanging over you.
Really?
A strangely familiar, scratchy voice shouts, "Now!"
Spirits of the frigid north, spin the water, draw it forth. Frosty spirits, summon twice, turn the water into ice.
Hi, Baba Yaga. Good to see you too.
You find yourself trapped in ice.
Come for a little visit, are we? A little chat, perhaps?
Yeah, actually.
We remembered the last time you came for a little visit, don't we, kids?
Hey, I only did that once.
You turned me into a frog, didn't you, ha? Thought I wouldn't remember you. You thought to yourself, let's just visit Baba Yaga and see what we can turn her into today. Well, you thought wrong, kiddo. Well, now you're here and all trapped like a fly in a web. Just looking at you reminds me of lunch. So, what'll it be, kids? Hero sandwiches or Hero on the half-shell? Seeing as he is already frozen, we could just settle for a little ice cream sundae with whipped cream and nuts. Oh, good. We'll just skip the main course and go straight to dessert. Any last words from the soon-to-be supper?
You just said dessert.
Yeah, come on.
You want those to be your last words? Oh.
I'm very polite, don't you know?
You tell about Mr. Bones the Gnome and the reason you came here.
So, you come here to help the jester get back his jokes, huh? How fitting. He made a fool out of me because you made a frog out of me. And now I'll make food out of thee. Just desserts, after all. So now we can all have our favorite treat to eat. Isn't that right, kids? East, west. Hut's a mess. It suits me. I'm not fond of 20 questions. It upsets my digestion.
Wait. The bat is doing a thing.
You'd rather have pie. What? pie?
Yes, but I want to ask her more questions.
Oh, elderberry pie. It's true we haven't had that for a long while. But I can't very well make one now. I don't have any of the ingredients. Oh, poo. Now that you mention it, I'd really like some elderberry pie. With or without ice cream. You're right. He did bring us a mandrake, didn't he? And it made such a lovely mousse. Very well. But it means no ice cream for now. So, Mr. Tender Morsel, I'll give you another chance. Bring me some fresh elderberry pie, and I won't have you for dessert. Agreed? Good.
Vigorously, you nod your head in agreement.
Good. Bring us some fresh elderberry pie, or we'll just settle for Adam's apple pie and minced meat instead. We'll recycle this ice around this fool for iced me later. Hero lout, now get out.
Well, what have we here? Back in one piece? I sure never expected to see you outside of a quiche again.
Thanks, Bonehead. I appreciate your vote of confidence.
She sent you after an elderberry pie? Well, you're not gonna find that one in the freezer section of your local store.
You don't say. The only food they sell at the local store here is garlic and sandwiches.
She didn't give you the recipe. Alright, let's see. You'll need a pie pan for starch, you'll need bone meal for a crust, grue goo for flavoring, and elderberry berries, of course.
Bone meal?
Well, it won't be on the shelf with the flour and cornmeal. You'll probably need to make it yourself. Get some bones and grind them. Hey, don't look at me like that. You know, Baba wouldn't like it if you use bones she knows personally, but a bone meal, if you know what I mean.
I wouldn't dream of it, Bonehead.
How should I know how you get a pie pan? You're the one with the skull still stuffed with brains. Use them! That's the stuff that leaks out of the Dark One's cave. It's kind of like molasses gone bad. Really bad. You'll need to pick them right off the elderberry bush. Careful or you'll make it cry. There's nothing worse than elderberry wines.
Tell me about the elderberry bush.
I don't know much about it. I don't get around much after all. I think it's a mean green to the northwest. Stay careful around it. If you destroy it, you'll make Baba very displeased with you. On the other hand, it could destroy you.
Great. Okay. Well, let's see what I already have. I have
You
the
have
pie pan.
bones.
I have the bones. I think I might have some grue goo.
No,
No.
you used it all.
How many empty flasks do I have?
6. You're good.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and make the bone meal.
You put the bones into the huge...
I don't know. Maybe I should grind them?
You work the pestle back and forth in the mortar. It's hard work, but after a while you manage to grind the bones into a fine bone meal with almost the consistency of flour.
Great. Now I just need a flask.
You fill the flask with powdery bone meal from the mortar.
Somewhere here.
You've seen better treat. You've...
Morbid. I think it's lower down than you were clicking.
It's... You've seen... You've...
Maybe I should try looking at it.
A huge old gnarled oak nestles a large rock under its roots as if it were hatching an egg. An ancient...
Surely the hangman's tree.
You've seen better.
I don't, however, think there's anything actually hidden in it.
It...
But I'm pretty sure there is like a knot hole that you're supposed to be able to search.
Yes. And find that there isn't anything in it. Oh well. Fine. Okay. So we need to get some elderberries. And we need to get some goo. Oh great, or whatever. Turn everything all the way up. I finally managed to beat one of those without getting poisoned. Okay.
No,
Nope, that's a dead end.
you want to go further west.
There's something strange.
Alright, now let's see if I remember the correct.
You grab
See,
a
I think
handful
actually
of rocks.
you don't have what you need to do that solution.
Oh right, because I didn't pick it up in town.
On the other hand, you are tough.
Yes, I can do the
You
pretty
can
solution.
Do the brute force.
It's not paladins and fighters.
You've
are supposed
managed to
do.
knock a...
I doubt it, but
Okay, let's save before I die here.
I suppose.
You strip the berries from the loose branch and carefully store them in a pocket in your backpack. That hurt. That really hurt. Think of being stung by a 10-foot-long wasp. You think that would be a relief in comparison. That hurt.
That worked.
Ah.
Okay. Now we need to go get some goo. That isn't quite where I meant you to go, hero.
Pathfinding is awesome!
No, this is gonna go back to the...
This...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to be further north.
Anything at the top.
See, this is the only game where you can actually cast spells
That you don't,
that you don't have while wielding a sword. It's actually the only game where you can cast any spells while wielding a sword.
Searching for the fallen beast, you find...
What a waste. No treasure.
Indeed.
This is
There's some...
Yep.
still where you were.
Now I think we go sort of this way. There's a lot of these waterfalls in Mordovia.
The tourists used to really like them. Now what I would like to know is, could you pick up several
You
flasks
slowly
full
fill
of
your
beer?
flask.
I don't know. Let's find out.
Because I think,
You slowly fill.
yeah, I think you will want like 3.
I think I will too.
You
Well, I think I will want 3 of them as well. Alright. Now we gotta find our way back to Baba Yaga. She's sort of in the corner of the map, so you just sort of go this way until you can't anymore, and
then go that way until you can't anymore, and
run into a lot of monsters.
run away from a lot of monsters, although that's not actually obligatory.
So what monster chase moves are going?
Every sense tingles with the feeling of danger. The eye sockets of the skulls glow with deadly energy. Even the hut looks hungry.
Oh shoot, I think I need more corn.
Not for this visit.
Alright.
Alright.
So now
Bone meal first.
the bone meal goes in first. Let's see. Okay, so I pour the bone meal into the pie tin and put the empty flask back in my pack. Now, want Grugu.
What did we use to clean the flask?
Hmm?
What did we use to clean the flask?
I don't know.
If we were wiping it on our shirt, I really wish we hadn't.
Okay. Now we have this lovely pie.
But it is not quite complete.
No, we need to cook it somehow. Let's see, maybe Bonehead here can help us.
So, did you get it? Show me. I won't let you in without it. Looking good. Now show it to the head skull over there, and get out of the way fast if you don't want to add rump roast to the Baba's menu for the night.
The skulls appear to have stopped flashing their lasers. You pick up the pie. It's being cooked to a delicate golden brown.
Nice.
Hey, bird legs! Squat!
Alright.
You feel a sense of menace and the sensation of being watched. You quickly step out from under the trap. A moment later, you hear the voice of Baba Yaga.
Not very trusting, is he, kids? Good. It's not like I trust him. Floor, quick! Make him stick!
You find your shoes stuck to the floor.
Can't. There's gonna be one of these times I could go through without being magically trapped.
Spirits of the swamp and mire, aid me in what I desire. Creatures of the mist, beings of the fog, turn this human into a cute hedgehog.
Hey.
I have a sudden craving for a tiggly wiggly. Perhaps some hedgehog grog, hedge piggly swiggly, and pig newtons. What's that you say? Elderberry pie. Oh, darn. He was bringing that here, wasn't he? I don't suppose a piggly wiggle can get the pie from his backpack, could he? Particularly if his feet are stuck to the floor. Oh, pity. Spirits of the mist and more, restore this man as he was before.
Why, thank you.
So, now my dining delight, do you have what I asked for?
It doesn't... You
Yeah,
tell
actually,
about
I
how
have
you
this
made
pie.
the pie.
Well, that's all very well and good, but until I have my elderberry pie in hand, you are in serious danger of staying for supper. Get it?
Jeez.
You have to go into your backpack too.
Mmm, that smells delicious, just the way we like it, fresh from the fire. So, let me think. How should I reward you for such a lovely pie? Well, Kitty, should we just fry him now, or for an entree have green spleen casserole with roast leg of man? Oh, all right. I suppose he did do us a favor. It wouldn't be polite to eat him now.
See, Baba Yaga has such good manners.
Besides, he may be useful in the future. So what is it that you want as a reward for your lovely pie?
You tell about the gnome and how he wants his humor back.
Humor, is it? You want a sense of humor. I'm not sure the gnome really had a sense of humor, making fun of poor old ogresses. Oh, all right. Take this good humor bar and give it to the gnome. I suppose there is nothing more pathetic than a gnome who can't tell a joke.
Right,
Take
right,
the
of
good
course.
humor bar and put it away.
You've got what you wanted, and I've got what we wanted. Tasty treat, now retreat.
I was just nice to say goodbye. Never mind.
Well, I guess she liked the pie, or you would have taken its place.
My bonehead. At the very least, we'll say goodbye to Bonehead.
Be seeing ya.
Now, we can't do the next step without more corn.
And I think it only lets you take 1 ear of corn per,
Yeah.
which unhappily means we gotta do 2 trips back to town and then back to see Baba Yaga, and it's all very...
Well, I hope I can do the second one. I'm not completely sure how it determines if you are
It gave you the option to ask for a magic spell.
magic enough.
And it's a useful spell, well, theoretically useful. And it would be another whole spell that you would be able to cast.
Let's see, what time of day is it getting to be? Midday, okay. Well, since we're in town.
Back again so soon. What have you heard lately?
Interesting, you should ask that.
First option.
Well, first,
You tell Olga
Integrate
that
people.
Boris didn't like being ordered around all the time.
Ah, I wouldn't have had to order him around if he would only have done his work. I just wanted the shop to be neat and clean in case anyone came in. How does he expect me to do all the work around here by myself? This was his family's business, after all. You take care. As my husband used...
Let's go into the inn. Go see Punny. Yeah.
A voice from...
Did I tell you about the time there was this guy walking into an inn with this big necrotor following him? He goes up to the innkeeper and asks for some stew to eat. The innkeeper looks nervously at the necrotor and asks the man what his pet will eat. And the guy replies, anyone he wants. Not bad, eh?
Right.
Yes,
And
yes it
the
is.
gnome, the good humor bar.
What's this? You trying the old hot pepper bar on me? Hey, I'm the professional, kid. Don't try this at home. Not on a gnome, anyway. Hey, it looks good, though.
He eats the good humor bar.
Not bad. Pretty good, actually. Hey, I feel funny. I mean, really funny. What was that thing?
You tell the gnome about Baba Yaga and the good humor bar.
Thanks, pal. Guess this yuck's on me. This jester just can't thank you too much. You're my hero, Nero. My main man, Stan.
Okay. Let's see if they'll let me take the rubber chicken.
The rubber chicken squeals as
Now that I don't need it anymore.
I've seen heroes come and go, and you're certainly one of them.
Thanks, I think.
So you got by with a pie, aye? My. Always knew the way to Baba's heart was through her stomach. Probably someone she ate. You know what they say about cannibals? Always having a few friends over for dinner.
Yeah, it didn't get that much funnier.
At least he remembers which part
I
of the
am
dope is
so
which part.
happy that it reminds me of the time Dimlit the dwarf came across a magic ring in the bazaar in Shapir. He rubbed it, and lo and behold, out comes a genie. I will grant you 3 wishes, said the genie. Well, for my first wish, I want a purse that's always filled with gold, says Dimlit. So shall it be done, said the genie. There before Dimlit appeared a purse. He turned it over, and a pile of gold spilled out on the desert sand. Again and again he turned it over, and more gold covered the ground. Master, you do have 2 more wishes left, said the genie. Oh, that's right, said the dwarf. Well, give me 2 more of these. Let me tell you, I'm every bit as happy as Dimlit was. You know what they say about humor? If you don't got it, you won't get it. And if you don't get it, I'm sure someone will try to explain it at great length.
Alright. How many rumors?
A flying rumor never has any trouble making a landing. I heard that the shopkeeper's husband left her because she was such a scold. She was a person who was quick on the floor. When she wanted his opinion, she gave it to him. Do you know why gnome jokes are so short? So that they won't go over the dwarves' heads. There's no point in telling a dwarf a joke with a double meaning. He won't get either one. Judging from the expression, what you don't know can't hurt you, dwarves are practically invulnerable. Of course, far be it from me to say that all dwarves are just plain dumb. Most are pretty greedy, too. Dwarves get their money the horde way. They won't even spend the time of day. Dwarves don't care how people treat them, as long as they do. Of course, you know what you got when the singing dragon fell into the dwarf mine. A flat miner. And on that note, let's change the subject.
Well, I didn't ask you about dwarves, but you know.
Well, now that I'm back in the funny business, it's one more show and I'm back on the road. I'm gonna show these yokels that he who laughs last just didn't get it.
Great.
Do you know why gnome jokes are so...
Fine, you only have 1 joke. I get it.
No, I've got a string of jokes. They're just all about dwarves who, I guess, gnomes look down
Some
on.
people spread happiness wherever they go. Others, whenever they go. Fortunately, you are the former. If you was the latter, you'd probably have a few rungs missing.
Thanks.
Before you blow, Joe, I figure I owe you one. I'm gonna let you in on a secret only we gnomes know. I'm gonna tell you the ultimate joke. Don't wince, Vince. This is straight, mate. You tell this one, and whoever hears it is gonna laugh. Really laugh. Can't help it, can't stop it kind of laugh. Only works once, and should only be used in last resorts, Mort. It's the last laugh, so to speak. The best jest to the west. Yours for the telling.
The gnome tells you a rather silly joke. You find yourself laughing despite yourself.
See what I mean, Gene? Tell this joke to a big bad dude that's out to do you in, then exit while he's laughing. Use it or lose it. Bye-bye, birdie!
Alright. Want to go for another little stroll in the forest. Let's see. I'm gonna save again.
So we don't have to hear those jokes again?
Pretty much. Go space for Pan. Hi, Lishi. I don't think Lishi has anything new for me.
It should. The last answer was Baba Yaga.
Oh, okay, I'll hit Lishi up on my way back. Hi, Bunny. I don't feel like grinding the rest of my stats right now.
As you repeat them, every sense tingles with the feeling of danger.
Return of the Red Hot Lovers, eh? Go on in and find out for yourself.
Thanks.
If I didn't know you better, I'd be pretty jealous right now.
Not sure what to make of that. Oh, right, you think I'm going to get eaten, that's what. Now.
You feel a sense of wariness and more than a little hunger.
Great.
Baba Yaga speaks out loud.
That's so true. Glue his shoes.
Again?
You find your feet stuck again to the floor.
Oh, back so soon, Cookie Face. I hope for your sake you brought us something to eat. After all, there's always room for Hero.
Oh, she's the only one who laughs at her own jokes.
Yes, well, if you were her.
Wait.
Oh, I'm fine, but a bit peckish, I'm afraid. Have you got something on you for an old ogress to nibble on, besides your toesies? You should know my taste by now. Anything gruesome and twosome. Well, there's a slim chance that you will walk away from here unless you got something up your backpack.
So all she wants to
for
talk
me,
about
honey.
is food,
Yeah.
which makes sense.
Okay, fine. See if she'd like some Groovoo.
Well, it is true that Gru Goo makes a lovely sauce for ice cream So what do you want for this, Cookie?
So I can ask for a spell, I can ask for the Dark One's ritual. I'm going to ask for a spell this
You
time.
ask for a magical spell.
Magic, let me think. What have I got that won't let you get me? I suppose you want something other than a spell to cause warts.
Yes, please.
You nod your head.
Oh, all right. Here's a spell scroll to teach you the hide spell. I use it all the time, as you can plainly see.
You read the scroll. As it vanishes, the spell remains in your memory.
Thanks.
Hero near, out I hear.
She doesn't like you saying goodbye.
No, she really doesn't. Now I need more corn again.
Well, what have we here? She sent you after an
No, that was the last one.
Good luck with the elderberry.
Oh, that was the... Never mind. Oh, hey, I got this new spell. Let's try it out.
In this game, it just makes you invisible as long as you don't move. In the next game, it makes you invisible while you're not moving.
Yes. Back to Rishi games.
And 12 make 22. This killer plant will crawl to you. Hungry, hunting, seeking food. A berry bush with an attitude?
I think I've met one of those.
Riddles, 3, 2, 1. Next one, and my riddling's done.
Now heading back to town. Dee-doo-dee-da. Let's cast a spell a couple of times.
Be extra hidden.
I can use the practice.
Of course you can.
You take any out of...
Let's see, is it still about midday?
It's getting later, but you got time.
Yeah, let's see if I can make
Your
it back
meeting with Katrina isn't for another...
couple hours.
Or whatever the appropriate interval of time is.
Alright. Yeah, taunt me all you want, Rishi. I don't mind, it's not like I have any place to be.
Oops! Hi there!
Hi, Rishi.
5 from 15 leaves you 10. Find the heart scroll in its den. Its hidden hoard revealed at night. What's this undead? You must fight.
Ah, we did this one too.
I I'm almost out of riddles. I'll ask you nothing more, but come back in a while just to see what I've in store.
I'll do that.
You know, it's kind of a pity that leashies aren't more commonly in stories or games or whatever.
I realize I still have like 3 runs of the fortune tellers to do.
You've also got quite a bit of back and forth, well, not that much between Boris and Olga, but some between Boris and
knocking that
Olga.
off a little bit at a time, because otherwise you go a little bit crazy.
As you... Every sentence...
You better got everything you need to make the pie.
It appears to think you need to do the pie thing again, so maybe save.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. It may just be confused because I now have the religion.
So, did you get it? Show me. I won't let you in without it.
We're just going to ignore Bonehead.
I might be about to die.
You feel a sense... Baba Yagas...
Oops, I should just glued my feet again.
Oh, back so soon, Cookie Face.
Nah, it's fine.
Yeah, Bonehead's just confused for some reason.
Well, it is true that... So what do you want for this, Cookie?
You ask Baba Yaga...
It's interesting.
About the Dark One...
The voice actor just calls you Cookie all the time.
So, you heard about that, huh? I found it in the hangman's tree some years ago. You're asking for trouble, I hope you know. Using the ritual for any purpose will only bring you grief.
Yeah, well, I happen to like grief.
It can be used in either 1 or 2 ways. Its main purpose is to bring a Dark One across to this world. However, a very powerful wizard could use it to send the Dark One back to its world. You don't qualify as a very powerful wizard as I see it.
Hey, I have like 130
Still,
magic
you want
points.
it, you got it.
You put the ritual away in your pack.
But technically you're not a wizard because you didn't go through wit.
Hero near, out I hear.
I suppose. She doesn't seem like she would care that much about that.
Well, what have we...
Yeah, Bonehead, we get it. You have no faith in us.
Good luck with the elder...
Never mind.
Poor Bonehead is so glitched.
Yeah, all his dialogue is messed up for some reason.
How much time we got left today?
Not much. But I think we might be able to still see the leash on the way home. Ow!
Gotcha!
Leashy, Leashy, riddle's done. Thank you much for all the fun.
See, it's a great trickster character.
Upgrade or whatever.
Hello again.
Yeah, no, tell me about it. Yeah.
I am happy to know you're finding your way in Mordavia.
You tell Boris that Olga is having trouble running the shop without him.
There is much to do to keep the shop straightened up. My family always worked together to keep it going before. If only Olga wouldn't nag me all the time. She and I used to enjoy running the shop when we actually had things to sell. What is the point of even running a shop when there is no business?
Oh, whoops.
It does.
Can I say goodbye?
Be careful.
But you don't gotta
May
listen
the
to
sun-
his response because he's tedious.
Yes, he's very tedious. Let's just burn the rest of my stamina here.
You.
Let's cast Tonic. Hit a couple of times.
You.
Oh, oops. Hey, I can throw rocks while I'm hiding.
A clever plan.
Yeah.
After some.
It's
Not late enough yet.
After some.
There we go, that's night.
Trying to prep it a little bit more.
You don't.
Hi, friend.
You have the sensation of someone watching you. You sense curiosity and no immediate danger.
Hello again. Did you get my note? I hoped I could see and speak with you again. I hope you don't think I am too forward. It's just that I don't meet many new people around here. I love to hear about your adventures. Oh, you've been hurt. Are you sure you should be out wandering? You really need to take care of yourself more. Here,
Thanks.
let me see if I can make you feel better. I have a potion of healing right here. I hope it will help you.
Thanks.
It is nice to see you again. There are not a lot of heroes around here, you know.
Really?
They seem to be getting
You
eaten.
tell Katrina more about yourself. She seems to be hanging on every word.
Ah, you have seen so many places and people. I love listening to your adventures.
Right, you only get so many things to ask her about.
Let's see, I've asked her about magic before.
Ask her about danger.
I guess I shouldn't be out at night. It is dangerous, but I do know my way around. It is just that I wanted to see you again.
The castle, did you ask about?
No one is allowed in the castle unless he is invited. Maybe sometime you will get an invitation? I hope so. I really want to get to know you better.
So that means she's from the castle.
My name is
Yeah, I know that.
I must go. Maybe we can meet again? It's too dangerous for me to come here again. It's so far from the castle. Maybe we could meet by the castle gate some evening. I'll watch for you there. Please, don't mention me to the gatekeeper. I'll get in trouble if anyone finds out I sneak out of the castle. They think it's too dangerous outside the gate. But I need to get out to see you again. Goodbye.
Bye,
But-
Katrina.
If she
You watch her walk off before you think of doing anything else.
if she sneaks out to see us, why was she at the cave?
She was sneaking out to see someone else.
Katrina! I feel betrayed.
You deftly.
Okay. Hi, Piotr. I still haven't rescued the child from the castle.
And we know that Katrina's from the castle, and we know that nobody in the castle is alive.
So you're back. No, it's your friend. Take a seat. No, take two. They're small. I got a joke just for you, so don't look so sheepish.
Can't greet them.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and all you others. I'd like to say how glad I am to be here. I'd like to say it. Seriously, folks, staying at the Hotel Mordavia has been like staying at a resort. A last resort. My room is so small, the mice are hunchbacked. I couldn't even complain about the room service. There wasn't any to complain about. And the innkeeper's wife really went out of her way to make me feel at home. She ignored me completely. I wasn't feeling well, so I went out to visit the local doctor. You know, Dr. Cranium. He's the guy with the 3 pairs of glasses, one for nearsightedness, one for farsightedness, and one to look for the other 2. I said to the doctor, my heart keeps making a strange noise. It keeps going tick, tick, tick. Aha, said Dr. Cranium. We have ways of making you talk. Next, I went to visit the local store. If you don't know what's up, then you haven't seen their prices lately. And the shopkeeper, what a gossip. She suffers from acute indiscretion. I dislike repeating gossip, but what else can you do with it? And boy, oh boy, the monsters in this place. If I ever come face to face with a revenant, I know what steps I'd take. Long ones. What would I do if ever I saw a necrotor? Hope it didn't see me. Actually, folks, I'm up here for a good reason. A jester's ambition is to be healthy, wealthy, and wisecracking. If it weren't for my friend the hero over there, I couldn't make a hyena laugh.
I have a name, by the way.
So, when you've lost your wit, broken your funny bone, and none of your puns are fun, it helps to have a hero handy. You know, that reminds me very little of the story about the gravedigger who was so bored, he buried himself in his work. You know, I could tell you some more jokes, but you'd only laugh at them. So long and be good. If you can't be good, then be careful.
The gnome takes a deep bow and gets down off the stage. That's funny, you always thought he got down off a duck. Ha! The townspeople explode into spontaneous applause.
Keep smiling. It makes people wonder what you've been up to. So, was that funny, or are you just keeping your mouth shut?
Not gonna greet him? No.
No.
The gnome was very odd and said very strange things. Yet Mr. Bones was very funny this time, and I enjoyed listening to him. There will be no more entertainment acts at this hotel. Understood? At least not until a new, funny entertainment arrives.
Doesn't think you could be an entertainer.
I think I am sorry to see the strange gnome leave. It was odd being able to laugh again, if only for just a moment.
That's one of the most depressing lines of the whole thing. Alright, let's see what our friends over here have to say.
You know, he wasn't such a bad person once you got to know him.
Yeah, except for that drooling problem, we'd welcome him in Moldavia if he ever came back.
I still wouldn't let him marry my daughter, though.
You don't have a daughter.
Well, that might constitute a major obstacle to marrying her.
Gentlemen, I was dangerously close to being amused this evening.
I'll tell you, I had a great time, a great time!
Laughed so hard I almost lost my lunch.
Tell me about the performance.
Now that was an evening of, thank goodness, rare entertainment.
I was okay. I laughed till I stopped.
I'm telling you guys, it was boffo. I even got some of the jokes.
Ivan is probably my favorite of them.
It's good to have my wit about me again.
For some reason,
Nothing
this line
worse
is
than
read by the
someone who
narrator.
can't take a joke or one that tries to tell one and can't. Before you helped me, when I told a joke, people always clapped their hands. Unfortunately, it was always over their ears. Now whenever I tell a joke, I get carried away. So I'm leaving before they write me out of town on a nail. A short joke there.
Did you hear the one about the dwarf who is
Now
so
we're back to having
dumb,
his own
he
voice.
always stops to think and then forgets to start again? Everything that's said to him goes in one ear and out the other. There's nothing there to block traffic. I can tell dwarf jokes all day, mainly because there are none around to stop me.
What's next?
In another minute, I'm gonna say my bye-bye and fly. I'm going south for the winter, down where the nights are balmy, and so am I. Heading for Silmaria, land of winter waterland, where there's no snow nor cold wind to blow. Up here, the winter is so cold, even the wind howls about it.
That line was normal, except that his mouth didn't move.
Okay, well, bye everyone.
Your voice is lost in the noise of the crowd, and the gnome doesn't seem to have heard you.
Now.
You unlock...
Well, it's so long, it's been nice to know you. I like you. I have no taste, but I like you. If you ever make it to Silmaria, look me up. I never forget a friend, especially if he owes me money.
Hey, I do not owe you
But
money.
seeing as how it's me that owes you one, I'd better get while the going's good. See ya! Don't take any wooden kopecks! So, everyone, I'll leave you with this story. A man runs up to his doctor and says, "Doc, you gotta help me. I keep thinking I'm a goat." The doctor asked, "How long have you had this delusion?" The guy replied, "Ever since I was a kid." Bada-boom. That just goes to show ya I'm one bad dude. It's been sheer pleasure here, but I'm gonna take it on the lamb and just bleed it. Be seeing you.
Hey, that went from goats to sheep.
Goats, sheep.
Okay, so let's
It
just
doesn't but.
see if we can talk to the Domovoi tonight.
After some...
I don't think we can, but I'll try.
After some... It doesn't but... After some... You'll get it.
Nope.
I think we've had all the conversations with the Domovoi
want-
we get.
Well, in that case.
Have a nice restful, dreamless sleep at the staff.
Yeah, I'm sure.
The sounds of battle rage around you. You hear once again the death screams of 100 brave warriors and friends.
It's
The
quite a battle.
darkness reaches for you. The tendrils of twisted magic writhe around you, sucking at your very soul.
Ouch.
Your staff is torn away. Your magic is sheared from you, and you lie defenseless before the all-devouring blackness. You are swallowed by the darkness. Now you draw forth the last of your power, your very life force. With your final spell, you bind the darkness from within, and send it back to the chaos from which it came. It takes you with it.
Well, that doesn't seem good.
You wake in a cold sweat. You remember every detail of the nightmare as though it had really happened to you.
Okay. Well, let's go have some breakfast.
You do not...
Hi, Dimitri.
Good to...
Bye, Dimitri.
Take care.
Go have some breakfast here.
Should we drop in on Olga on the way out?
Yes, I believe we should. Then I think we may need to go see the
It's a
shapeshifters.
typical country breakfast. Fried beets and sausage with garlic for a garnish. You get...
I suppose we must, yes.
Okay.
Olga's.
Away.
We're going to see the dock first.
Come here.
Perhaps. I mean, fair enough.
Delenn doesn't know where he's going.
Everything in nature is of interest.
You see,
Welcome.
I like how the menus are in no particular order.
You're in.
Yeah, I know.
Here you. Here
Do we
you
say
are.
hello or goodbye first? Who knows? Who cares?
Might depend on who you're talking to.
it doesn't. You see,
Good luck.
I think on the way out to see the gatekeeper.
Neglected to go and actually visit Olga.
Oh, yes.
You can't go and see the gatekeeper
Well, I can, it just won't do anything good.
until you have delivered his last complaint.
Oh, hello, Olga.
tell Olga that Boris doesn't see any reason to keep the shop open when there's nothing left to sell.
No business. Huh. You just tell that man about my avocado and garlic sandwiches. People come in and buy them all the time. You take care. As my...
Okay.
Yeah, I just had a horrible thought.
What?
You know how at the end of the game everything changes?
Mm-hmm.
There aren't vampires anymore.
Yeah?
What if the avocado and garlic sandwiches stop selling and the store goes under?
My assumption is people will still like garlic because they're accustomed to it.
But what if garlic falls out of fashion? There could be an entire economic collapse. The shopkeeper losing business, the garlic farmers not being able to sell their crops.
Anyway, what makes you think there's going to be any changes is that we know there are no vampires in Mordavia.
That's right, they just like garlic.
Yes, a lot. Just practicing the hide spell a lot here.
Gotta get good at hiding.
Yes, I'm a brave paladin.
A brave and extremely invisible one.
Briefly.
Hi, Boris.
When good day, and
You tell Boris about Olga's avocado and garlic sandwiches.
They're great, you should try them.
how I used to love her avocado and garlic sandwiches. We had them on our wedding night, you know.
TMI did.
You should have seen the garlic and avocado flowers decorating our wedding cake. Oh, beautiful. And she baked the cake herself. Oh, she always was a good cook. You remind me of how much I miss my wife. I shall go back and visit her.
Alright, well,
Farewell.
that's all we need from him.
May the
Yay!
Okay, done with that. Okay, let's get to some climbing practice. Because, you know, why not?
Climbing is very good for you.
You are so exhausted.
That's probably enough climbing practice for right now.
You sure?
Now let's go this way. So even though there's no leashy anymore, nothing can chase you onto that screen, I think.
Handy if true. I think you may be right.
Going too far.
Yeah. Hello, computer. You can't come up here.
Fine. It's weird how it resets your...
What?
What was that?
I think we got stuck at the edge of the screen just like a rabbit.
The only...
You still can't go north.
Welcome, welcome. It is good of you to visit our camp once again. May you find here all that you seek.
Hello, Davy.
You greet.
Come now, what can I do for you? What is it you seek here?
You're right down to business, aren't you?
You tell about your adventures in Spielberg.
So, you turned Baba Yaga into a frog? How funny!
She didn't think so. As it turned out.
Is it not great to feel the music in your blood and dance the night away? The life of a gypsy is sometimes very sweet.
What is wrong with his arms?
I have been fine. Hunting has been poor lately, but yesterday we pulled down a large deer. It was good to taste fresh meat again. Bah, legends and tales to scare children with. You will not see me flinching if you cross my palm with silver. We have been in this camp for nearly 5 years. This is very hard on wanderers like us. If you wish to know about her, why don't you visit her yourself? She will be happy to speak with you. She was most impressed.
He teleported.
Last night I had a most strange vision. I saw you standing in the forest. You were not near any water, yet I thought you were fishing. You threw something into the air that looked like a bird, and yet not a bird. The bushes rustled, then started moving towards the strange yellow bird.
Yes, the way I didn't solve the puzzle.
That was all I saw. It was most strange.
Oops. That's
You will always...
You tell about the gnome and his problems.
Interesting. Baba Yaga has returned only recently to this valley. We have had scent of her to the far south. But the path to her hut is blocked by magic. You will need to find a way past that
I
magical
kind of already did
barrier.
that. I guess I must have left that part out when I told you the story.
You tell about Rakish and your adventures in Tana.
You fought a demon? Oh, then perhaps you can drive off the dark. But no, we must not even think of such things. It is far too dangerous to speak of it.
You tell about your meeting with Katrina.
I have no knowledge of such a person. Much is strange about your story. I would not entirely trust this Katrina if I were you.
Really?
Shocked I am, shocked.
We have to hunt farther and farther from camp each night. There are many creatures which hunt, but few things to eat. The other night, I was hunting in the hills near the castle. I looked up at the walls and saw a man standing on the edge of the parapets. He was dressed very strangely and wore an odd hat on his head. Suddenly, he raised his arms. He shape-shifted into the form of a bat and flew off. I have a feeling you once knew this man.
Really? It's an oddly specific feeling.
There are many legends about that ogress. We gypsies avoid her when we can. She is dangerous to enemies, and she takes offense easily.
Yes, I've noticed.
She has her hut to the south. There is some sort of magic hiding the pathway there. Her only weakness is her love of food. Be careful if you need to approach her. I have been well, thank you. The magician Irana's death is shrouded in mystery. I do not know her true fate, but I only know that her staff protects the town, and her garden protects anyone in need of safety. The staff of Irana has a great deal of magic. It protects the town from the undead. Although, between you and me, the townspeople do not know it. But I had a vision of it one night. I heard it speak in the dream. It told me how it protected the town and of its destiny spell. When the staff spoke no more, I saw a most beautiful crystal floating in the air. The staff touched it, and the crystal shattered. Oh, that was all I saw.
Interesting.
A clue, a clue!
Destiny spell?
In my vision, the staff said that it would guard the town until it cast its destiny spell. That one day, someone would bring a dead loved one before the staff. That person would trade his life force through the staff. The dead would rise, alive and well, though the one who gave his life for the dead would never know. That would be a true sacrifice, done with foreknowledge and with much love. The staff still stands in the town, so I do not think anyone has been willing to make such a sacrifice.
Really?
Irana's garden is to the south and a little west of here. It is a very good place to rest and heal. There used to be a small bush whose fruit was sweet and filling and always available, but someone dug it up and took it. Why anyone would do such a thing, I do not know, I do not know. There is
science!
a tree whose fruit will restore magic to those who use it, but only a magical spell can get the fruit.
Yeah, that's the one I can't get to.
Her mouth's stuck.
Yeah.
The tarot cards are a tradition with gypsies. Their history is tied with our own. Always the gypsies have told fortunes, and always have the cards guided our sight. Each card of the tarot has many meanings. A true reader of cards knows which meanings best suit a particular reading. When I tell a fortune with the cards for someone, I tell them only the meaning of the cards. It is up to that someone to figure out how they affect their future. If I have any more visions about you, I will let you know. So you should visit here again, just in case. I mean, you never know when the knowledge of my vision may be useful. Right, dear?
Alright, well, I don't think I can pay her in empty flasks, so...
Again.
Queen of Cups.
Aha! The mystery woman will now be revealed. Let us
Which Queen of
see
Cups
that
is
which
this?
was
I
her
don't know.
distant
We get two
past.
Queen of Cups reading. One of them is actual Queen of Cups, and one of them is the Queen of Swords.
In her past, she has been dominated and defeated. Her significator card reinforces this impression of tragedy, of some cruel event that shaped her life. Let us learn more. Strength. It is a card of courage and defiance. That which bound her in the past could not break her. She gained her freedom, not through luck, but through her own actions. This is a woman with great inner qualities. The tragedy of her past has molded her present, but she alone has shaped her life through fortitude and determination. Reveal now that which is in the more recent past. The sign of the Magus, the master of magic and self. She has great power and self-confidence. This can also imply self-deception and illusion as well. Be wary.
Yeah, I think this
Now,
is the Queen of
let
Swords.
us
What it's
learn
really
what
about.
else the cards
think so,
will
yeah.
reveal of this woman. An inverted death. This signifies stagnation. She has not grown beyond the past. Rather, she is trapped by immobility.
That could be either of them.
She is changeless, and her gains have been balanced by her losses. So, what can we now learn of the present? Ah, this card shows that she is working towards some goal, some desire that has yet to be fulfilled. But it can also show power used for selfish purposes, some result she desires heedless of the cost to others. Again, please... Aha, this is the card of love. Her present is influenced by affection for another. It seems that our mystery woman is falling in love with someone. This is not what she was striving for. It is something in addition to her current goals.
Really?
Now you shall reveal the future as she would have it. The world. Ah, it is the summation of all desires and goals. It can represent the reward of all one's actions, or the admiration of others. This can be the symbol of eternal life. It can mean attainment of ultimate power and perfection. Ah, now will the cards reveal more of her desires? Now this is truly the card of illusionary goals. That which she seeks to gain is only a delusion. What she desires and what she will gain through her actions are very different things. She cannot see that she is seeking an illusion, and should she attain her goal, she will ultimately lose. Now, let us see the card which rules over all.
Now, I wonder what that could be.
The Dark One plays a part in her present and future as well. Somehow her goals are linked to it.
Really?
Everyone in this accursed land is affected by this Dark One. Oh, that we had never set foot here. The reading is over. No more shall be said about this. The cards have...
That's nice. Bye.
You say,
Farewell.
Okay. I still have a good bit of a day left.
We do indeed. What should we do with it?
Let's see. Let's have a look at our stats real quick.
I'm trying to remember what the next plot triggers are.
Well, I can go to the swamp and get the ritual. There's actually 2 rituals near the swamp. My magic is still pathetic. My agility is maxed. Weapon use, dodge still need work. Climbing still needs a little bit of work.
Communications need work.
Yes.
But coming along nicely. Should be able to do some off-camera grinding after this session to clean up most of those things.
Yeah, except for magic.
Except for magic. Magic is just gonna suck for a while.
Like pretty much the entire game. Okay. So I think what I will do now is do a little bit more stat grinding, go back to the inn, have dinner, go sleep at the staff, and then we'll cut it there.
Sounds good.
See if we run into any bunnies.
Hello, bunny.
Looks like we'll be grinding some fighting stats here. Back up, bunny. It's funny that out of the 2 of us, I'm the one doing all the hopping now. It's more effective to tap the key than to hold it down.
I don't think so. The thing that interests me about this is that I'm quite sure that at some point or another I actually remapped the fighting keys, but I can't
Figure out
find how I did that. I thought it was in the game itself, but
I have to wait to get my stamina back before I can do a lot of stabbing.
just chill here, up against the edge of the screen.
So I think there's pretty rockin' music for this section.
No, the rockin' music is for throwing rock.
No, that part doesn't get rockin' music for some reason. So we still have 2 rituals, I think, to find. We've got 3. And then the next trigger will be when we go to try to complete Piotr's quest.
I think that's correct, yes. Technically, I think we don't have to... The rituals aren't triggered or triggers of anything.
No.
They're just the next chunk.
It's just nice to get them done.
Yes. Well, you can end up with one night to get them all.
No, you get 3 nights, don't you?
Maybe. Anyway, you can end up with very little time in which to collect all the rituals. And if you haven't been collecting rituals...
Yeah, so really, who makes it that far without having done the stuff in the monastery? Yeah,
nobody... I don't think... Actually, we could. technically you could.
You might miss the other ones where you have to sort of go special places.
Baba Yaga specifically, I think would be easy enough to not realize that you needed to ask her for the ritual. Although,
yeah, so that would assume that you hadn't done the gnomes thing.
Well, no, because the first term, it doesn't specify the ritual is the question, it's just something else. I mean, it gives you a clue that, yes, there's something else that you can ask Baba Yaga for, but I could easily see someone going, well, I don't know what to bring Baba Yaga, I will come back to this later, and then forgetting about it.
You look very dashing with my fancy sword.
Flaming away with blue flames there. The flames change color depending on which game it is.
Yep. In this game and the fifth one, I believe it's blue.
But in the third, and when you briefly get a flaming sword, in the second, it's red, I think.
Yeah, so what's a different sword?
True.
Maybe the different Paladin swords flame different colors. This one, I think,
like lightsabers?
is typically the one that you take into the fifth game if you're a Paladin.
Yeah, it is.
Unless you somehow screwed up and didn't do that quest.
I think you automatically get one even if you didn't.
Yes, well in that case it would be a different one. Unless I guess you go and do the quest after the game is over.
Gee, did I miss anything important here? Oh, I know. I'll go kill some undead. I mean, technically I think there are some ways we haven't fought.
I thought we got them all.
I thought there were 2 more, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, we got the one that had the axe, the one that had the sword, the 2 that had the treasure, the one that had the ritual, and the one in the graveyard. Which you don't get any loot.
You might be right. I thought we hadn't done anything that said in that.
I think there's about 4 in the forest?
Maybe 5. Well, when we go to off-camera grinding, I'll just sort of subtly poke around and see if they're there, and if they are, and we can go clean them up on the next session. We are systematic. It is kind of easy to lose track of which things you haven't done when you have the whole list of them that you already know.
Oh yes, because a lot of them can be done in any order you please. So you're also screwing up and doing 2 of the quests while you're working on the result of the quest.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be the first race you fight. We'll follow it second. Either way, you're not supposed to go hunting for Pierre's sword. Even though it makes fighting so much easier.
It does.
I suppose that's possibly the point. Suffer through the early combat so you can appreciate the superior weapon.
Theoretically, you could still get the quest if you hadn't returned Pierre's sword to Dimitri. Whose the quest is to heal his family.
Poor Piotr.
Yeah, well, when I'm done, he won't have to haunt this land anymore. I'll wait for the stamina to come back. It's a pity your magic doesn't recharge that fast in combat.
No, that would be so much easier. You could, like, grind magic in a finite amount of time.
Yeah, instead of getting to pay like 300 and something in order to get your magic maxed. Of course, usually you start with more than 5 magic points, so that makes it a little easier.
Right. And fetch. Basically.
Your fetch, trigger, and open are all really useful spells.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't get any of them if you don't start with magic early on.
Mm-hmm.
If you add magic points in game 3 or later.
Sucks to be you.
Just out of stabbing, that'll be time to jump some more.
Stabbity stab.
So the thing is, you can't stab when you have no stamina, but you can still dodge. So you have to periodically rest in order to be able to grind the weapon use portion. But dodge you can do basically indefinitely.
With an
But
appropriate...
dodge is really hard to build in this game for some reason. You have to do it a lot in order to get new points.
With an appropriate mechanical device, however, you can just sort of walk away while it's grinding itself.
We used to have a little metal dragon we would sit on the keyboard for exactly that purpose.
Technically we still do, but this keyboard is less suited to having it used that way.
Yeah, it's easier when the arrow keys are more separate. Delenn practicing his dance moves for the next time he hangs out with fairies.
Or werewolves.
Shapeshifters, please!
Shapeshifters. The point is, maybe he won't make quite as much of a fool of himself if he's asked to dance with you.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why he's suddenly taken up a lot of dancing here. Gosh, we sure aren't working hard to defeat this bunny.
It's a tough bunny, clearly. Why, look at how much time we've spent just fighting it.
Yeah, and I still haven't damaged it at all.
It's scary.
We're getting close to enough.
For this session, at least.
So we'll build up our stamina again. It is kind of nice that you can build up your stamina in combat in this game.
Yeah, since you can't use stamina potions, it's a good alternative.
Yes, in some of the previous games, if you ran out of stamina in combat, you died, so... If that were the case, you just die all the time in this game. Something's very weird about the way I'm holding that sword. Look at the curve of the arm there.
It's just a sleeve.
I can't like that one? Like that?
Yeah, you're holding... No, you're holding it out a bit because you've got to get it around the shield.
Or I'm holding it sort of like a lance.
And you're holding the shield in front of you, so it's like...
I think it has to be sort of like that, pointing outward. Stabby stab. Okay.
It won't actually help immediately. There we go.
There we go.
That is one dead bunny.
Let's see what that did for my stats. Weapon use, 369.
Dodge, 379. Wasn't it like...
Intelligence went up.
And luck.
Yes,
Wasn't
very lucky.
your dodge... I guess it was like 350 something, so it has gone up some.
Okay.
But not enough.
Well, let's go climb some trees.
You get in some...
Climbing trees is a lot less work than jumping.
After some
Yeah, but it takes me hours to get my stamina back instead of no in-game time. Or in-universe time, I guess.
After some
Like, Ollie, we're gonna max climbing.
Max climbing, max climbing, max climbing.
After some...
Oops.
The rocks that were in the sky.
The rocks that I did not actually mean to grab.
You cast... The glide... You can't... You can't...
Let's see, I don't think I have to...
You don't have...
Okay.
You
Hi, Piotr.
Hi, Piotr. How's your night going? Oh, still full of sorrow, huh? Sorry about that. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna go get some dinner.
You hear...
Good evening. Oh, you've done quite a lot in Mordavia, pal.
Yeah, it's a good thing you came here, a good thing.
Yeah, 'cause frankly, we never knew there were that many things to do around here.
Aw, you guys.
I wonder what I told them.
You get a fine meal of roast...
And then I jumped up and down.
And then I climbed some trees?
They all wave... You've never...
So, let's have a quick look at my stats before we go to sleep here.
Ooh, that's infuriating.
Vitality is crawling up.
Climbing.
Climbing is almost maxed.
Almost maxed. It'll be maxed.
It'll be maxed by the time we come back. Vitality still needs some serious work. Intelligence, luck, magic, dodge, communications. Oh, and weapon use.
So, I'll have fun. For however long I get to have fun.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have so much fun.
You are walking in the land of dreams, searching for something. You sense the nearness of Irana and feel her gentle presence beside you. You turn to her and see tears in her eyes. You feel sorrow and an incredible sense of loss and reach out for her. As the vision resumes, the darkness swallows her and she is torn from you. You feel her die as she tries to drive the darkness away. The darkness is trapped in the world between worlds. So is Irana. gradually wake, shaking off the shreds of dreams that cling to your memory.
Nice, okay. So we're gonna save here. And cut it there for now. Thanks for joining us as always. We'll see you next time.
Be good. And if you can't be good,
be careful.
And save your game.
Yeah. Save early and save often.